Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to shift your Catrike. Let's first go over the different components that are involved with shifting your Catrike. This is the rear derailleur, and it moves the chain up and down on the sprockets of your cassette. The smaller sprockets increase resistance as the larger sprockets decrease resistance. This is your front derailleur, and your front derailleur moves your chain up and down on the chain rings of your crankset. The larger rings here increase resistance, and the smaller rings decrease resistance. These are your shifters right on top of your grips. The right hand shifter we call an index shifter. It clicks every time you move it. This one moves the rear derailleur and the chain up and down the sprockets of your cassette as you shift. This one on the left here is a friction shifter, which means it can move between one side and the other side without any clicks. This one moves the chain together with the front derailleur up and down on the chain rings of your crankset, increasing or decreasing your resistance. Next, I'll show you what actually happens when you use your shifters. When you turn your pedals, as you can see, the right-hand shifter is pointed all the way forward. Your chain is in the smallest sprocket, being your heaviest resistance. Now, as you pull your shifter towards the back of the trike and keep on pedaling, the chain will go up to larger rings, decreasing your resistance, so making it easier to pedal. Pushing it forward again towards the front of the trike, your chain will drop down to smaller sprockets on the cassette, making it harder to pedal, increasing your resistance. Now the same thing happens here on your left-hand shifter, but now it moves the chain on the front with your front derailleur on the crankset. As you turn your pedals and you pull your left shifter towards the rear of the trike, the chain will move to a larger chain ring, increasing the resistance, making it harder to pedal. Pushing the shifter back towards the front of the trike, your chain will drop to a smaller chain ring, decreasing the resistance, making it easier to pedal. As you're pedaling and you want to decrease resistance, for example when you're climbing a hill or incline, you want to use your shifter on the right-hand side. Pulling the shifter towards you will decrease resistance one click at a time. Pushing it the opposite direction will increase resistance one click at a time. If you want a more significant change in resistance, you want to use the shifter on your left hand. Pulling the shifter towards you is going to move the chain to a larger chain ring, increasing resistance. Pushing it the opposite direction will drop it to a smaller chain ring, decreasing resistance.